Hello everyone. Today I will tell you about a Cenum service and how to set it up in 20 minutes and start working with your accounts. The Scenum service is primarily an auto-farm service for Facebook, Google, Twitter, and other social media accounts. In order to work in this service, you need at least the accounts, proxies, and an anti-detect browser such as Dolphin, Indigo, Incognition, Multi-Login, AdsPower, GoLogin, or any other that supports the Google extension. Until recently, you had to manually install an extension in every multi-browser profile or Chrome browser in order for the service to connect to every profile and be able to send control signals to it. And a movement similar to a human action took place in this profile. Now everything has been simplified, and you do not need to insert an extension into every tab. You only need to make a couple of clicks. I'll show you how to set it up in 10 minutes, including the API integration. We have installed a Dolphin browser as an example on Windows Server. This is a VPS, a weak VPS, that has only 2 or 3 gigabytes of RAM, but it is sufficient for us to have 10 profiles working in this browser. We have opened it. The profiles do not exist yet, as you can see. In order for us to create a profile with already built-in extension, we go to the knowledge base site of our service. It is at the address wiki.cenum.io. Then we go to Download page. Here we fill in the username we have received at registration, your email address and password. This will be sufficient at least to set up the initial work with your browser. Next, we hit the Submit button, then you will be sent the link to the formed extension with your profile to your email address. You will have to upload that to the anti-detect browser. I have already done that, so we proceed to upload this extension to Dolphin. We press on tab Upload extension from file and we track the path to a file to where you have uploaded it. So it opens. Next we press the plus button. Now it says Create extension. Here we type in a name to be displayed. By default, we fill in Cenum. Then we enable sharing. Here we select Upload file and upload it. You see that we have our archive formed here. Now we hit Create button. So it is already displayed here. And it will be added automatically in all the created profiles. We press Create Profile, then we fill in 1. Okay, we have created them all. Now, for all the extensions to connect with our dashboard, it is necessary to start all these profiles. We select all them and hit Start. It has now been started. Let us see what is happening in our dashboard. We see that the first profile got connected. Here it shows that connection was established. Now we see that all 10 extensions are already displayed at our dashboard. Again, it means that the connection was successful. Green statuses show that they are already working, so you can add scripts that are added by support service to the users by default, and you can do the integration. It allows you to open and close profiles when you run scripts automatically. The integration goes through the API. In order to do it, you need to specify to all extensions the parameters that are needed for integration, the IP address of the server or the computers with the open ports, and the port. Dolphin has port 3001 by default. Now we will configure the port. In order for us to open a port on our server, you need to enter just one phrase in the CMD line. All this you can see at our wiki site. We have a whole article on integration with Dolphin there. There are two modes there, but you can also forward the port on your router. But we do not have a router, so we just need to enter this line in our server's CMD and everything will be opened. Go to Start, then Execute. Enter the CMD mode. Then go to PowerShell. And insert a line from our wiki knowledge base. So we enter this line. Now it says it has opened the port. In order for us to integrate everything, we first need to manually stop all profiles in Dolphin and make sure that they are definitely stopped. We proceed to tabs, select them all and press Stop Profiles button. They are all stopped now, so we go to our dashboard to check that all status signs are now in gray. Everything is in gray now, so they all have stopped. Now we select all profiles in the window and hit the integration button. In the window, we register our server IP. And as I mentioned before, it is the port 3001 for Dolphin. Next, we click on Save. Integration is now happening. Now we have to go to Dolphin again and start all profiles. In this moment, our ID will be entered. Gradually, all the ticked boxes will turn green. Now our integration is successful. We go to the Settings menu and we see that ID profile has been pulled up. We hit Cancel and proceed back to Dolphin to stop our profiles again. Okay, the profiles are stopped now. We see that all the statuses are back in gray, so the integration is now complete. Now we can test it. Install some script and press Start. For example, let us select 5 our extensions, press and select and set a script. Let us choose this one. We press Change. We see that script is now being displayed here. Then we click on the Start. Our server has communicated a signal to the browser and launched 3 profiles automatically via the API. As we have 3 threads set in our settings. When the script ends at these 3 threads, the others will be queued. You will see the blue color status next to a script's name. It means such script will not start until after these 3 scripts end. Now let us go directly to the actions. For each social network, we have relevant own set of actions. This is the action set for Facebook, this one is for Instagram, and so on. Facebook has the biggest number of actions. You can see everything about every action in our knowledge base. Here are all the Facebook actions. I will focus only on the most important actions which you can use in the first place. This is, of course, the account registration. So let us go to account registration. Here you can select the service you use to register an account, SMS or email address, use mobile registration, and so on. You select here other settings to register your account. The next important action is Autofill. It is completing the account's information. It allows us to fill out the information in an account that has already been created. You can select where to take the information from: archive, the Wiki.com social network accounts, or immediately from files. The next important action is the setting of the two-factor authentication. Action Set to FA. You can select action Set to FA for your created or added accounts. Here you specify the ID file with passwords. So this authentication will be set up and saved in your account database. The service is an important function to be used to monitor what is happening in your account. There are 2 types of this function. First, you can output the necessary account data to the Telegram Messenger bot or GitHub file in the needed moment of time. Secondly, using this function, we can check the status of account different characteristics. We select the verification mode and then select what should be checked for this account. Be that advertising activity, specific advertising data, an account link, other information, advertising activity prohibition. We can also check limits of this account. Similarly, we can use the function for lifting the prohibition on advertising activity. Select the graphic file you need from the folder to remove the prohibited activity, and it automatically removes the ban. We also have generators of such graphic files that are used to remove the ban. You can also create an advertising token which you can then use to launch API-powered advertisement. We can command and create Business Manager. The actions I have shown form a certain action set referred to as the script. You can see your specific scripts. Here they are. Here is one of the scripts. You see they are lined up one after another. This one is for advertisement presently launched. Gen cookie data is displayed first. This is about going through websites. Then it is a pause. Then walking around the sites again. Next we have Farm 123 script. There we also have Gen cookie, Autolike, pause, joining groups, watching videos, taking random actions, commenting, and so on. With the help of such scenarios, you can set a fairly random sequence of certain actions. That is, for example, create BM. We'll launch it, and it creates a business manager with or without an advertising account. Create ads token. Creates an advertising token with or without settings. You can edit every action like that. If you have these actions, such as autofill or auto-invite, you can edit that, change certain parameters here, then pressing the Save button. Thus, you can have your own settings for each group of scripts you will be using in the extensions. A very interesting function that we did not have before is, of course, grouping, extension grouping. For every group, there will be a relevant number of threads if we set it. So we select Group, then Create New. So now we have an account group for which there will be certain number of threads. It is very convenient, for example, if specific mobile proxy is used for every group. Similarly, grouping can be done per some other characteristics. Before the first action, we reboot the mobile proxy, and this allows us to bring in threads in a sequential mode. If you want to continue working in this service, you will need to change the tariff plan after or during the test period. You have already realized that you need more than 10 accounts. You can click on the Extend button here and select your card type, choose the tariff plan with the number of profiles you need, and then press Buy. These are the basic features and functions of our service. We constantly expand its functionalities. You are welcome to write to us. You can go over to Telegram Messenger, contact our support service to ask your questions, or, as I have already mentioned, you can use our knowledge base. There you will find the most detailed information about every function and action. Please write to us if you have any questions.